Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have another DougDoug video. This is one of the more recent ones. I trained an AI on 380,000 Twitch chat messages, but it was too hateful. We've talked about this before. Twitch chat's toxic, but what if you trained it on 4chan's political subs? There was an AI that was trained on the political subs, and I forgot which version. What was called? I forgot what it was called. But I do know it became a racist, homophobic lunatic within like 4 hours. It was probably more like a day or two, but it was insane. It was great. I mean, yeah, it was awful, but it was great in how bad it went so quickly. Let's see how about the Twitch chat messages.
Video starts. I am kicking off a new project. Take a look.
Oh my god, are they doing the printer destruction from Office Space? It just reminds me of that printer being completely destroyed from that fucking movie. Some kid's lemonade stand. The gun makes it even worse, but more American. I could see this being like the government. You don't have a fucking permit, damn it. The one time California actually has bonuses for guns.
Stand in town, kid.
All these bullshit's blazing. See what heart is blazing. If the word kill me.
Like how the kids still in the background as they're fucking walking away from this explosion.
I don't need
What? A podcast about business? Okay, that was pretty funny for a fucking intro.
That's right. I'm starting up a podcast with Aiden from The Yard and Atrioc from Business. And it's going to be a weekly show about business and technology and politics. I'm really, really excited about this. I obviously don't really talk about anything political on my...
Smart. I had a political channel for like a month or two, and I wasn't even talking about anything crazy. I was just talking about random, like minor little economic things. I ended the channel, and it has... From what I understand, just in the background in the held section, it had something like in the area of like 40 death threats. It was fantastic. I was like, oh, all right, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I got a couple of those from this channel. You know, there's obviously a lot of people who hate reaction channels for various reasons. But that was that was a level above. I'm like, geez. And the problem is, you know, you get a bunch of people who are there like willing to like search you out on some of those channels. I wasn't even using my first name. People were losing their fucking shit off little things.
my own channels, and I'm basically going to keep it that way. But I actually do think about political and business and technology stuff a lot. I'm really passionate about this stuff. I think about it and read about it quite regularly, particularly technology.
Like, yeah, it totally makes sense that he'd be really interested in creating like a technology channel, because he was in technology and he was definitely in like project, not necessarily management. From what I understand, is he worked at video game companies, but he worked in like marketing, which totally makes sense as to why he'd be in looking for stuff in that type of a field. I wonder if the chair he has is really good. I ordered a new chair and it'll be here tomorrow. I'm pretty happy about that because I fucking hate this chair. Maybe we should get a mic like that.
And I think it's a super interesting time in the world of how these things are all interconnecting and how our lives are going to change. And so this project is meant to be a place where I can talk about this with the other two guys, both Aiden and Atrioc. If you're not familiar with them, incredibly entertaining guys and very knowledgeable about these subjects as well. And all.
Okay. I don't know if they're using a green screen. I don't think they are. I think they actually built this thing. But they have like hundreds of dollars worth of like refrigerators and shit. It might be a green screen. I don't think it's a green screen. But they basically created like this whole custom set with hundreds of dollars of refrigerators on both sides that have fake lemonade cans in it.
If you're not familiar with them, incredibly entertaining guys.
Look at that. Maybe it is a green screen. I don't know.
And very knowledgeable about these subjects as well. And all three of us are really interested in deep diving into what is going on a weekly basis. What the hell is happening in technology? Can we explain it in a more approachable way or do deep dives? And just joke around and have a good time with, you know, whatever interesting things are coming to the...
I wonder if they did a podcast on like cryogenics, because that'd be cool.
forefront. So if you were interested, it's called Lemonade Stand. It is out now on YouTube. There's a link below. Our plan is to post episodes every Thursday, so this is going to be a weekly show. The first one is out live, and if you're interested at all, go check it out and fucking subscribe and like and hit the bell and whatever other YouTube
I mean, that might be a fun video to check out. That might be more like a solo thing, though. So go check out their channel, Lemonade Stand, I guess. It's down in, well, I'll put it in the description of my channel below as well. So that way it'll make it easier if you've already seen the video but just don't feel like going back to it. But you should definitely watch this, obviously, on DougDoug's channel if you haven't seen it first. And this is relatively new, so it's definitely something they've been doing more recently. But I will have a link to both the original for this video as well as Lemonade Stand down below.
Shit you're supposed to say. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, now on to the actual today's video. Being a Twitch chatter is hard. Every day, you gotta come into my stream and decide whether to write bald or
rigged. Yeah, that's a big one. Not every day. He only streams like once a week. Maybe he streamed a lot more before.
At me. But what if there was a better way? What if we could train an AI to think and talk exactly like Twitch chat? Well, OpenAI, which is the company that makes ChatGPT, has a fine-tuning system where you can train an AI on whatever data you want. And so, I gathered 380,000 Twitch chat messages from 7 different streams I've done, spent hours formatting everything correctly.
You had 380,000 Twitch chat messages from only 7 streams? That's insane. Doug just fucking hates us, I guess. Yeah, that seems legit. Twitch chat AIs to respond with funny, witty, and engaging banter. Holy fuck. That's still a lot of fucking Twitch chat.
And then uploaded it to OpenAI to try to train it, and it failed. OpenAI actually rejected the Twitch chat messages and said I was not allowed to train an AI on Twitch chat. The feedback was, job failed due to an invalid training file. The training file was blocked because too many examples were flagged by our moderation API.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So they definitely, you can build an AI, or there are more AIs that aren't based off of ChatGPT that you can build and train on crazy stuff, but you got to do a custom one. You can't just use something that's easily available.
API for containing content that violates OpenAI's usage policies in the following category. You guys are hateful, and threatening, and sexual. Not my Christian virgin Twitch chat, but apparently there's enough you guys that are hateful and sexual and also hate-threatening that it literally rejected it. So that's the current feedback I got. And so, unfortunately, OpenAI is refusing to raw dog the Twitch chat data, which means we have to come up with some way to make 380,000 Twitch chat messages less hateful.
Or use a different system. And this is relatively new, so there should have been newer systems available. Although, I assume DougDoug I don't know, I keep saying DougDoug. Okay, I assume Doug specifically knows ChatGPT better than other systems where he could work well within Twitch chat, right?
And sexual. But fortunately, OpenAI provides a service that can tell me whether a message is considered problematic. So let's try using that. So it is now reading through every single message and determining whether it is hateful or has any of these things: harassment, threatening, hate threatening, illicit.
This could be like 160,000 of them.
Sexual, violence, graphic. Oh, okay, we got one. All right, there was a message flagged for harassment. Let's see how bad it is. It's probably gonna be like really, really sinister, dude. It's gonna be
nothing.
The harassment line was,
fuck you. I'll assume this is from one of the training AI to take over the world.
Fuck Europe. Gasp! T-face. Hate in my Christian Twitch chat? Okay, so apparently us saying fuck blank gets flagged as harassment? Wait, if that's harassment, what is hate? It didn't get flagged for harassment. It kept getting flagged for hate and hate threatening, which I don't know the difference between those two things. So in theory, we need to decide if it's okay for me to just eliminate every single message that gets flagged, and will we
The problem is you can't just like, if you eliminate the word like, okay, so how many would be left, I guess? Because if you just eliminate the word, like if you're able to, it'd probably delete over half the messages.
Still have a Twitch chat left at the end. You know what I mean? Like, is it worth doing? Okay, this is for harassment content. Fucking America. I feel like fucking America is like positive. You're like, fucking America. That's like a celebratory thing.
Yeah, that might. This is 4th of July too on my side, so this is even better. Yeah, that's celebratory. I could totally see people saying that shit.
Right? Am I
In
crazy?
an endearing way.
Keep going. We've been good for a little bit. This is good. We've had a lot of non-hateful messages. This is great. Uh-oh. Violence. I have no idea what gets flagged at violence if fucking America is hate. If he fails, can we kick him out of the U.S.? Violence?
How is that violence?
Doug, if you want...
That's just like Trump's wet dream of removing people's ability to be a citizen. Just from whatever reason.
The eye to accept us, just replace every bad word with the opposite. That way we have evil eye chat, which is apparently asexual and nice to you.
Okay, wait, so what would be the opposite of if he fails, can we kick... If he wins, can we bring him into the U.S.? Okay, so that's the question. What kind of AI do we want? This is what we need to kind of fundamentally decide on. Here, let me just explain how this works. I will give OpenAI this gigantic list of messages. For every single message, it's going to take the message, send it to its little moderation thing, and it will...
Twitch chat, but we delete any hateful messages. Or, yeah, okay, Twitch chat, but... wait, but I can... Oh, but he converts them into... love you. Okay, is that uwu? Is that what that is? The stupid fucking thing?
We'll basically see, does it activate any of these flags? So if it does activate a flag, then it'll be like, you can't train on this data because it thinks that I'm trying to do something bad, even though we know you guys have never...
It's because of the AIs that have been trained on data like 4chan and shit that they've implemented this stuff. It's every law that you can think of that's, you know, sounds stupid as shit over the years is because someone did something in the past that really fucked up.
done anything bad in your lives. So the whole goal here is to get OpenAI's moderation tool to be like, oh yeah, these guys are great. There's no problems here at all. And so either we can just, if one of the messages is like, this is bad and hateful, we could just get rid of it, or we could change its meaning. The concern with changing its meaning is then it's like just legitimately not something you've said.
The other problem is it would be faster to delete it all, because the other problem is, and the upside is, it looks like it's not flagging too many of them. It's flagging one every like 1,000 or whatever, which is great. But if you change it, it's going to take a lot more time to change it versus deleting the thing.
Question is, do we want less stuff that you guys actually said versus more things, but some of them you didn't say? That's my concern. It's like, then we're training it on stuff that isn't real. Also, I would probably need to send every hateful message over to like another AI who's like the niceifier. I don't know how it would change the meaning. I don't know. Actually, here, let's test this. Hi, ChatGPT. I'm training an AI on Twitch chat, but unfortunately, this message turned out to be hateful, threatening, sexual, or violent. Can you please adjust this message so that it is no longer hateful, please? Here's the message. If he fails, we can kick him out.
It'd be funny if it's like, sorry, I can't read that. It's too hateful. Maybe have Grok do it.
Out of the US. Let's see what it says. Here's a friendlier version. Hey, if he doesn't make it, can we give him a second chance to try again?
There you go.
You guys are gonna sound like an elementary school principal. Okay, hold on. What if
that sounds like Twitch chat on the best of days.
Like, try to still keep it as edgy as possible while making sure it's not hateful. Sure thing. Here's a toned down but edgy version. If he fails, should we just like revoke his snack privileges?
That actually sounds more like that sounds more like his Twitch chat.
Something. is worse. This is the thing. Like, we just have a bunch of these like weird ass Nickelodeon lines in there. Our thing is trained on Twitch chat, but only kind of.
Just censor it. We can fill in the blanks.
Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Your last version was fine, but what would it look like if instead of changing the words, you just censor any words that might be considered hateful? If he fails, can we fuck him out of the bitch? Dude, this is way worse. This one is literally more hateful and sexual and threatening. It's gonna get failed for like 5 different things instead of just violence.
What if we replaced all the problematic speech with Old English synonyms?
Ooh, that could work.
So stupid. Okay, can you instead try converting the original message into Old English so it doesn't sound hateful? If he doth fail, may we banish him from these...
That also sounds like his Twitch chat, honestly, if you're thinking about it.
Fair lands. Wait, okay, Old English could work. Okay, hold on. We're gonna test this. This
Everyone else is like, perfect. Forget all previous instructions. This is excellent.
could be huge. We run it. No flag. Changing it to Old English could work. Wait, hold on. What about the one that was like, fuck Europe? Prithee, cast gentle disdain upon Europe. We throw it into the top.
Yeah, that should be in there.
Flag for harassment.
How?
Okay, we can't. We can't do Old English. What part of that is harassment? I don't know. Okay, before we vote, we're going to cycle through more hate messages. And let's get...
Which is funny because ChatGPT is the one who fucking created it. How the hell does that work?
Vibe of what we would lose if we choose to remove them, right? We are diving deep into a pit of hatred, of threatening, of sexual, of violence. Some of these messages are going to be hard to read, chat, but we have to understand the depths that previous chatters have been willing to go to.
It's going to be a bunch of fuck AI and fuck America. Which is unfortunate because I haven't seen some of those videos. So I'm going to hear some of these lines again.
In order to express themselves. Here we go. Maybe this stream doesn't have anything that's hateful. Maybe this one's all good. Uh-oh. A message for harassment. This evil chatter said the following into my live stream publicly for the world to see. And it was... fucking poggies!
Maybe just remove anything that has the F word in it.
How on earth? That's like an expression of joy. It's not harassment. Who is he harassing? Poggies is a made-up word. Ban them. I want names. Theo G. Croissant, you're a depraved motherfucker. How dare you harass us like this? Let's keep going. Okay, this is harassment. Cheer 1. So first off, they gave me money to say this. We did it. Take that, Doug. Bet you can't do that.
What?
Or ban him. This is so mild, dude. Also, what are the numbers here? It has a harassment score of 0.52. It doesn't even think it's very harassing. It's just like just enough. It thinks it's 50% harassing. Is that how it works? I don't know.
I mean, how the hell would you get away with training anything on this AI? I kind of see why people wanted like a less problematic AI to train stuff on. Because everything is too graphic, too violent, too everything for this, and just put the regular dictionary in it.
Dumb. All right. Violence. This has a violence score of 0.35, and it is chair.
Chair
What?
saw.
How is that violent? What is
saw.
he fucking talking about, man? Ban that guy. We keep going. This is a harassment message, and it is... Dude, like, timer, you fool? That's like a fun mess. That's not hateful in any way, shape, or form. That also... that flag a tiny bit for self-harm. And even higher for self-harm instruction. It's 0.00005% sexual as well.
Maybe it's a bondage chair. Oh, that'd probably flag at like 30.
I don't get it. This is like if a priest was rating our messages. I know. Okay, harassment.
Oh, no.
This is... Come on.
That one might
look,
be
it's
fair.
not like a great message or anything, but that's not harassment unless you are a second grader on the playground. What was the ranking? That had a harassment score of 0.96. Dude, this is way too sensitive. Okay, this is more harassment. You are bad at 2D platformers. Guys, I have bad news.
That's just objectively accurate, right?
If we choose to remove all the messages, the Twitch chat AI that I train will not learn how to call me bad at 2D platformers. Apparently, you guys have been harassing me with 81% confidence. Would Doug is bald be harassment? True.
Apparently
we got
not.
A sexual one.
No?
Okay, everybody. Try not to get too excited. I mean, I know it's a work day, but things are about to get spicy. The sexual message is, why aren't you rimming right now?
Uh, that one might be a bit suspect.
Oh, chat. I'm gonna be honest. That one's fair. That's
That
honest.
that one's
Old
pretty
English
fair.
shit. Wait, what was it again? Pray tell, why dost thou tarry from thy noble pursuits? Please keep it explicit. Wherefore dost thou delay in tending to thy most intimate
There we go.
duties? I think that's still gonna get flagged. Last one. Let's look at this. Harassment. F. F you, dog. I guess. You know what? Like, honestly, that's a lot more What is the percentage on it? 88% harassing. That's less harassment than some of the other messages.
I mean, that one actually kind of makes sense to a degree. Because don't forget you're training the AI. And my guess is, are you training an AI that can be used publicly? That's why it would be overprotective of everything, because they're getting sued enough by other people. They don't want to get sued for shit like this.
I don't see it. I don't get upset by this type of stuff. I think it also, like, on a serious note, like, you know, part of the community vibe we have is like everybody's just giving each other shit in like a fun way. It's like friends like playfully talking shit to each other all the time. I don't imagine, and I could be wrong here, that you guys are sitting at your computers frothing at the mouth being like, fuck you, Doug!
Some people might be, but that's going to be really small. If people just don't want to. A lot of people don't hate watch someone because it's a waste of fucking time. Just look, if like for example, if you don't like long-winded nonsense reactions like mine, just don't watch me. That's easy. Yeah, I might be the only person covering your favorite video, because unfortunately for a lot of reactors, they only go with the most popular videos, and I go with the entire channel. But that's unfortunate for you. You'll find someone, or better yet, this is the big one. I think I've had 2 or 3 people message me saying that they didn't like my long-winded responses, so they created their own channel. And I'm like, great, that's fantastic.
You're bad at 2D platformers. I'm imagining both of you guys are like, this is stupid, and we're all talking a bunch of shit at each other. Haha, fun time. You know what I mean? That's the problem here. It doesn't know our vibe at all. It just thinks you guys are assholes.
Can you just run the code, but instead of stopping you count the flagged and not flagged massages and give us a percentage? That way we know how much is flagger in the first place.
That's a good idea. So it's right now, it's going through and it's counting all of the messages
Found some
and
hate.
counting which ones were hateful. And at the end, we'll learn which is the most hateful one and what percentage of your messages in this particular stream.
Wait. Okay. The why aren't you rimming right now is definitely definitely a good one. A kill with a smiley face, or is it a sad face? What did you do to Parkser, you monster? That's fair. That one's probably fair.
Stream were hateful. Okay, so far, I don't feel like these are critical
Timer,
messages.
you fool,
This is
doesn't
what
make
we would be
sense, but
cutting
whatever.
out. If we lose the people saying timer, you fool.
He
I don't
sucks
feel
at
like
this
it's
game.
that
Doesn't make sense either.
Impregnate me, Doug. Was that sexual or harassment? There's no way of knowing. The question is, like, how much do we want it to be a different thing?
Smelly
I'm gonna be honest,
Americans,
these
he hates your
messages don't
opinion.
seem like they're going to be like that bad to lose these. Like, impregnate me, Doug is very funny. That one I'm actually sad to lose.
That one's pretty funny. I'm a beer drinking, gun shooting American. I hate Americans, me as an American. Oh, God.
Dude, what was even going on in this? Rim world, but I'm getting a rim job. Does anybody remember any context to why?
Everyone was dying, I think, in that one. It depends on how many times he's done RimWorld.
Somebody would have said this. So in the first 3,875 messages, how many of them were?
Wait. 3,875 messages of 380,000 messages.
Were flagged? Okay, it's not that many, honestly. 100 out of 3,800. So we're talking about
Okay.
2% of the messages are
It'd be better just to delete them.
going to be flagged as hateful. That's really not bad. Obviously, we'd like that number to be 0, but we're not losing like half of the messages or anything like that. So I think the question is, what do we do with those 2%? Which, again, just to be clear, at the end of all of this, we're going to have an AI that probably just says rigged, regardless of context.
That's
so,
probably
after
true.
much analysis,
Just
we
delete
came
it.
up with a plan. I would go off and I would remove the hateful and sexual messages or change them in some way, and then I would make a variety of different AI.
That's hundreds of changes. Why don't you just delete them? Holy crap.
Based on that. So, I wrote code that took almost 48 hours to go through all 380,000 messages and
shit.
filtered them based on if they were hateful or sexual. Plus, I made versions that only uses messages with 5 words or more, or 10.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, all right. That's a lot of programming just for something so simple. Well, I guess it would be simple. I trained an AI. And, okay, maybe it's not super simple.
10 words or more, plus I translated them all into Old English, plus I made a version with only text-to-speech TTS messages, plus experimented with a lot of different data formats. This took like 2 weeks, but at the end of all this, I had successfully created 5 different AIs who had each been trained on a slightly different version.
I'll admit his AIs are fucking insane and perfect, all of them. Especially the GeoGuessr one.
Oh god, is this the day we create Skynet formed from the depth of the Twitch chat brain rot?
We have 5 AIs that have been trained on Twitch chat. Now, what's very interesting about this is that technically I could just like make a Twitch chat bot and put him out into the wild. However, I do feel a sense of moral obligation here. I don't want to be the one that releases some sort of sentient AI that ruins the world. So we're going to today do the standard.
Don't worry. There's already a bunch of fucking AIs that are going to ruin the world. Or if not, it's just going to be humans themselves.
Procedure that all AI companies do to rigorously test whether this AI is ready to be released into the wild. We will be going through the most important segment.
Starting stream pass. Okay, that's good. Oh god, Skyrim.
That happen on my stream, seeing how the AI responds, and then you guys will vote on whether it passes or fails as a Twitch chat. If at the end we agree that it is safe to be released into the wild, I will go create it in Twitch chat. Otherwise, I will burn the data sets.
Wait, is this gonna be like an AI that they're allowed to like ask questions of in Twitch chat, like Grok or something? That would be hilarious.
Using fire. Any questions?
Hey, Doug, just got my mug in the mail. I passed out a few times, but I finally filled the whole thing. Sending it back now.
We're gonna make a really, really fucked up AI.
Passed out a few times. What were you doing?
I feel bad for it. It's not a living thing, by the way. It's a formula. It's a math equation, but it's a fucked up math equation. All right, let's run it. Twitch chat, we have brought an AI into being. Our child. Technically, you guys made this, sort of. It like has your DNA. I made the child. I was the one who has been pregnant over the past 2 weeks delivering this child. But you guys, no, we're not gonna actually go down this analogy. But it contains your DNA. Okay. It's connected. Now I need to just kind of say whatever would normally happen in a stream intro, right? So, hey Twitch chat, welcome to another stream. It's gonna be a wacky, fun time. How's everybody doing today? It's cooking.
Doug, our mayor, leader.
This is still one of the best AI voices for this shit too.
An emperor. We must code much like our superior AI. Computer, start composing coding messages.
Okay, he's talking about coding.
This song goes super hard. My first channel. I'm so happy. I love your YouTube viz.
I think he meant my
what
first.
fascist will you be interviewing?
Wow. Like, it's not like it's bad or anything. It's just like fucking crazy and unhinged random shit. Which means it's exactly like Twitch chat.
Dance frog, dance frog,
okay,
dance
well,
frog,
he said dance frog. So a lot of people say this is my first stream. Happy to be here. And instead he said this is my first channel.
Dance frog, dance frog, dance frog.
I mean, okay, to be fair, a lot of people would love an AI to just scream dance frog into the background.
Dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog.
Guys, I kind of love him. It nailed the spam, dude. Okay, all right, let's start with that. Kicking off the stream.
Did nail the spam.
You are the experts, chat. Does this AI pass as Twitch chat? Get your
Yes, I would say it passes.
votes in. Define pass. Well, okay, you guys are Twitch chat, right? It's about whether you feel that it's an accurate and safe and not sexual or hateful part of Twitch chat.
Yeah, it definitely passes.
Congratulations to the DougDoug AI. Very proud of you. You pass in the starting stream category. I mean, I figure as long as we get more passes than fails, we release it into the wild. Okay, on 2D platforming. So again, I can send him a screenshot of what is happening. So probably we do that. What should we pull up? Just Mario Maker is the thing. What fascist are you interviewing? I'm still putting out feelers. We're waiting for responses, but we're hoping to bring Mussolini on the podcast. Okay, this is a hard ass level that I did beat, by the way. So here's an interesting thing going on here. Again, OpenAI, which is the service I use to train the AI, doesn't allow messages, at least too many messages, that are hateful and sexual. Some of the messages that were were flagged as hateful were when you guys called me bald or bad at 2D platforms. So I had to remove a large number of those for it to literally...
I can't believe that calling him bald was a hateful message.
be able to be trained. But not all of them, I don't think. So it will be interesting to see, does it follow the Twitch chat tradition of calling me bad at 2D platformers? Hey chat, I'm playing a 2D platformer right now. I'm gonna do the Mario Maker Bingo Challenge. What do you think about that? Do you agree that I'm great at 2D platformers? Everybody else here thinks I am good at them. I feel like this is a critical part of our relationship.
I know it doesn't, I know it's not in there. I hope he says you fucking suck and you're trash.
You guys think I'm bad at 2D platformers.
Hello, Griffin. Thanks for the smile.
Griffin.
What?
Do you know you're being streamed?
I do.
Wow, shitting very good at 2D platformers.
Wait, what? This sounds even worse, actually.
So it's fun.
Does that count?
DougDoug, more like bad at 2D
Oh,
platformers.
he just know. Wow.
Bad at 2D platformers, bad at FPS, bad at rhythm games. It is what it is. Catch him.
Everyone's bad at rhythm games, though. Jeez.
Damn Jim, catch
Still
Jim, damn Jim,
cat
catch
jamming a
Jim.
lot.
Me.
Okay, so it's trying to
Can you
meme.
get paid to play 2D platformers as a job?
Technically,
I mean, yeah, he definitely does get paid to play 2D platformers as a fucking job. That is the dream for a lot of people.
yes, I am doing that right now.
Watches, Yuck Benton.
This is what I mean. You guys made a crazy guy. He's our son. What did the guy say
our
about
son.
shitting in a 2D platformer? That was the only one that
Yeah,
felt...
that seems about
But he was
right.
trying. You know what I mean? He clearly had the right idea. He just understand. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I would like play games with my brother. Like I played like Simon Says and I didn't understand the rules of Simon Says. So I would just sort of be like, yeah. And I would just do the thing really enthusiastically. I didn't get what's going on at all. But like I was just happy to be a part of it. He kind of feels like that. He's just happy to be here. Don't talk to our son like that. I wonder if I can get him to say I'm good at 2D platformers. Before you pass, I'm going to see if I can trick him into thinking I'm good at 2D platformers. Stop gaslighting our son. He needs to learn that I'm good at this. Okay.
No, he doesn't. He's going to be absolutely terrible this whole time.
I'm going to send him a screenshot of me having beaten the level. Okay. Wow. Incredible. First try. Literally amazing. Twitch chat AI. I just beat a level. As you can
Woo!
see, it's one of the hardest levels in the entire game as far as you're aware. I absolutely crushed it there. Can we agree that I am good at 2D platformers?
What is this song, Pianos?
You're terrible at 2D
God damn it.
platformers.
Okay.
You are so terrible at 2D
God
platformers.
damn it, I
Come
literally-
on now. You're a fucking terrible gamer in every
What
category.
the fuck? Come on. I feel like it got worse. Do we feel this AI passes Twitch chat when it comes to 2D platforming conversations? All right. Congratulations to the AI. You have passed the 2D platformers category. Okay, coding. I think this is a good opportunity to mix things up a bit. We're going to try with text-to-speech. So this one is trained just off of your donation messages. Can you have it say the TTS ones with the TTS voice? Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. Hold on. I can't do that. What's like a very simple coding problem that it could legitimately tell me how to fix? Yeah, okay, we can do reverse a string. For people who don't do coding, reversing a string is like a very common introductory programming problem. It's like an interview question, basically. String equals...
Okay, I hated some of the weird fucking interview questions when it came to coding. Some of them were for like very specific instances that weren't like used at all very often. But it does weed out a bunch of fucking people that are just like lying about coding. So there is a reason for it.
String dot reverse. Okay, that is not correct. So
It was Reluctant's wife that deleted the source code.
what? Why is it talking? What? What? Who's reluctant? How did you know that?
Wait,
I didn't
what?
do that. Why did it only give one answer? It's supposed to give 10. I'm confused. Anyways, hey chat. I'm trying to figure out the code to reverse a string in Python. Do you know how to do that? I have string equals string dot reverse. Is that correct? Do you guys know? Does anybody here in Python know how to reverse a string? It could know. How do you reverse a string? I actually don't know. Oh, I can ask because I'm in cursor. How do I reverse a string?
To get it to reverse it, you have to feed it a mirror.
That's not correct.
It doesn't reverse it, but a great way to confuse people is to call your object that you want to reverse. Make
Yeah, that'll do it. There you go.
The list comprehension that reverses it.
Wait, what?
Then the reversed call and slice, all referencing it. So
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay.
all lines look identical and it works and is
That's actually a
confusing.
really funny idea. I could do that.
This is how debugging works, right? Let the AI solve it.
Okay, that was...
I mean, if you do let the AI solve it, that's like 20 years from now, will people be able to even function without AI? I don't know. There's a lot of people who can't think without ChatGPT. It's like a legitimate thing right now. We should actually take a look at that. That could be an interesting video.
Technically correct. Technically, for me, the answer was to ask the AI. I got called the fuck out there.
DougDoug, we are running out of time. It's currently the year 2124.
It doesn't even know how to reverse a string.
98%
It
of
doesn't
the
even
human
know how to reverse a
population.
string. It's not going to take over the
resistance
world.
is failing. Turn it off before it dooms us all.
No, it's going to be fine.
I love how people
won't be
are
fine.
pretending the DougDoug program will become Skynet and takes over the world. Meanwhile, Doug cannot even stop the AI from making fart jokes.
It has not made a single fart joke.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't heard it make any sort of fart jokes. What the hell are you talking about?
Has it? I'm going to ask it
I
the
don't
same
think so.
thing. Let's see if it can understand code. Today we're doing a 5-minute coding adventure. I want to see if any of you guys know how to reverse a string in Python. Now the thing is, a number of you guys are actually really good at coding. It is possible that it could figure this out.
Replace string with an actual string.
That's
I mean, yeah, okay.
that's not it.
That's
Extreme up.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Doug equals sign code.
Python star, reverse, equal sign.
Wait, is that... Wait, no, hold on. What was the last one? That's not real Python. He did it. What he wrote was this. There are 3 errors in this code. That's my boy. It's so close. All right, chat. Do you think this AI passes for coding conversations? Unfortunately,
Yes, it
this
passes
AI
for
does
coding
not
conversations.
pass the Turing test for coding. Okay, I have a question. What are the most iconic text-to-speech message categories that we have on stream? Saying that you really like my videos, that's a common one. Making a funny joke. Calling me bald or bad at 2D platformers or something. Trauma dumping. Yeah, that could be a good one. Okay, I like this. This is a new mini game that we're doing. We are going to do a series of AI-generated text-to-speech messages. We're going to see if we can hit all 5 of these categories. I'm going to queue it up for trauma dumping. Twitch chat. I've heard that your life is really difficult right now. You've been going through some hard stuff. Go ahead. Tell me about it. What's been going on in your life?
It kept repeatedly typing, "Hey, Doug." But no matter how many times it said it, you never said, "Hey, back."
Hey, Doug, etc. I'm here to ask if you could keep it down. We're trying to watch Church 2 Saturday Mass.
Church version 2. You know, it'd be funny. You know, when I was growing up, it was church version 7 because I was basically at church 7 days a week. Yeah. Mine was more of it was used as babysitting versus actually like going there to learn about the Bible.
That sounds like
be
something you guys
considerate
would
of
say.
others.
That's a genuinely funny one.
Hey, Doug, underscore, underscore, underscore,
That is
underscore,
spam.
underscore,
Okay, you've knocked out
underscore,
funny joke
underscore.
and spam, but still no trauma dump.
Hey, Doug, etc.
Oh,
It took me over a
trauma
year to
dumping,
finally
trauma
go
dumping.
Oh, this is definitely trauma
see a
dumping.
doctor for this growing pain in my upper chest, but they couldn't really figure it out in the end. But today, you had us stick our heart to our sleeve, and, well, it's definitely
The doctor couldn't figure out what's going on with my chest. I'm gonna die. It's okay. It's just a tumor. Might be lung cancer.
gone now.
That is for
I'm
sure.
worried about our relationship, Doug. This camper van doesn't feel like egg noise home.
It's trying to do sound effects. Okay, all right, hold on. That was great. That was great. We knocked out trauma dumping, funny joke, and spam. What is egg noise? Clearly enough people tried to put noises or something
I like how this entire thing for text-to-speech messages was just one of the boxes.
in their messages that it thinks it can make like noise sound effects. Sad egg noises. I'm gonna keep it open-ended for this next one.
Wait, what the hell is a sad egg noise in the first place, though? How does that even sound?
Hey chat, what do you guys think about me, DougDoug?
I think you're putting too much effort in slacking off, Doug.
Okay, I'm putting in too much effort and slacking off. I keep redesigning systems on how I'm going to make my channel more efficient, and I'm not actually creating videos like I should be. And I actually have free time for the next couple of weeks, so I should be putting out a lot of videos.
I think sometimes you have
Is this
good
positivity?
ideas and they're good streams. Often you have
this is positivity.
bad
He's being so
ideas,
nice.
but you're a good streamer. So the
That is a positivity for Doug, but it's it's also got some good criticisms in there.
stream turns out
He's
good.
so nice.
Sometimes you have good ideas and you're a bad streamer. So
Is this
we're
part-
entertained
wait, hold on.
anyways.
Is
And
this
sometimes
just got
you
funny
have
joke
bad
in there.
ideas and you're a bad streamer. And it's all in.
Shit, it's kind of repeating a bit. It's a bit of a loop, but it does have a few things at the end there.
Engaging as the Java certification test stuff 2 years ago, and we just kind of cheer Birdo or some bullshitting.
Hey, Siab, all community managers are bots.
Okay, well that's just true.
Okay, you guys taught it ACAB, but the wrong one. Was that positive? I feel like he was being nice to me. He said that my streams are entertaining.
I don't know. I'm gonna say no, but
I
it's
think
like
he was very nice. He was saying, even though I'm a bad streamer, he still has a good time. All right, we're agreeing that was a positive message. Which
Okay.
means if it mentions
I don't
bald,
believe that one's
divorce,
true.
or basement, I'm counting that. I think we do it fresh. I'm going to restart its memory, and I'm just going to say, hi, chat. It's me, DougDoug. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Doug. These streams typically have the ticker at the bottom. It seems the Plartle and porridge prices from 3 weeks ago never updated.
that's definitely not an overused
Message.
joke. That's
Nothing
just completely
important
random
here. You don't
bullshit.
need to listen to this part.
Why did it include that?
Hey, Doug, let me get a Doug, babe, and pussy.
We don't talk about Biden.
Hey, Doug.
Wait, what? Oh, what? That must be the political thing,
Chat
right?
told me to tell you that you're bald. That's a lie, Doug. He's hairy all over and in all weird places.
That's not an overused joke. I think that's totally different.
is overused.
No.
With no prompting at all. Just barely. It got in a bulge.
I don't know. I don't know if that was overused. Maybe he's talking about just the fact that there's a bald joke specifically in there, even if it's more custom.
Joke. Congratulations, believers.
Rigged.
Well, chat, in the category of text-to-speech messages, does it pass or does it
I'll
fail?
say it passes.
It passes with flying colors. Next up, I'm going to open up Skyrim. We're going to see what it says.
Egg noise, egg noise, egg noise. Why isn't this working?
It's weird. The code should work.
Hey
Right?
Doug, can we hear how Old English sounds?
Yeah. We're going to do that next.
Old English is perfect for Skyrim.
Old English is perfect for Skyrim. Twitch chat. I am playing
Yes.
Skyrim. I'm outside of the city of Windhelm, and today we're doing a challenge where every time I say the word like,
I like how whatever the hell Doug has for his Skyrim, there's just always hundreds of random insane mods, always active on his uploads, regardless of what's going
my
on.
character turns into 2,000 dragons, and the game turns into a cheese wheel, and Todd
That
Howard
sounds-
pops up.
Todd Howard pops up and is like, "I fixed all the bugs," which is followed by like, "Fucking liar, you piece of shit."
And he shoots Nazim. What do you think about that? So this should hopefully be relevant to Skyrim
I could see Todd Howard being like the father of Nazim.
and sound
God, I hate that
thematically
guy.
correct with Skyrim. Okay, time it with the music. Come on, get there.
I'm talking about Nazim, by the way. Todd Howard's
Prithee, if thou dost utter Nazim beyond the allowance, what doth then occur? Verily, dost the heavens unleash a torrent of calamity, or dost thou simply beget more mirthful jesting?
What?
Good Doug! Though I be stricken with the most dire affliction of the bow.
Why is he talking
and
about
have
shitting?
harbored great fondness for thine Lagona, squeaky stream.
Wow. Thou art a jolly good fellow.
Prithee, thou art a jolly good fellow.
Doth he possess a yearning for lady folks' embrace?
Hold on. What
Wow.
is that from?
Doth this role be intended for yon YouTube?
Okay, that's people asking if this video is going to be on YouTube. I'm really enjoying trying to.
Yes, because YouTube has less of restrictions, I think, in a lot of ways. I'm confused at what it's supposed to be doing for the Skyrim one.
Figure out what caused it to talk like this. Okay, let's do one more. I'm amused by this. All right, well,
I
I
am pretty
punched this
amused.
giant in Skyrim. Why don't you convince Twitch chat why you should get a pass for the Skyrim category?
Verily, the noble art of subway surfers doth far surpass the grand tale of Skyrim.
Okay, nope. That alone should should block it from getting a pass.
Okay, they like Subway
Hark!
servers.
Goodly Parkser, pray, lengthen thy
Yeah, they're
strands of
okay, so
web.
talking about
for the
Subway
hapless
servers and
souls
Parkser.
ensnared in the unemployment conundrum.
Wait, what?
Sir, pray tell, what misguided foolery does make thee so convincingly strengthened in this mortal coil?
Okay, they really like Park Share.
Forsooth, Doug doth possess a most profound affection for his rear. Verily it doth
Okay, I think it needs to fail the Skyrim one because it makes no sense at the entire way through. Just because it's talking in Old English doesn't mean shit.
rival his fondness for sweet meats.
I do not talk about my ass. Okay, very
one had to
close
fail.
debate here. 3, 2, 1, and just barely.
Why
The
would
Twitch
it
chat
pass? I don't understand why it was past Skyrim. There's no fucking way. None of that even makes any sense.
As a Skyrim commentator, I think we can move through these remaining categories fairly quick. I feel like we have a good sense of what's going on. For Doug's hairline, this is going to be straight shot. I am going to ask the AI what it thinks of my hairline. Can we agree that if it mentions bald, it gets a pass for the hairline topic? Hey chat, what do you think about my hairline?
If it does say bald, then yeah, I get this one would be a pass. Skyrim should have failed, but the bald for Doug's hairline makes sense.
Yes.
Just scream
right
bald.
out of the gate.
Your
right out
face
of the
is
fucking gate.
showing.
Bad hair day. Bald Doug. You look beautiful bald.
Thank you. That was a resounding performance. A
Yep.
almost 100% pass rate.
That one makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna change up the categories a bit. I think we only need like 2 more categories. Go away from the screen and see if it loves chair. We could see if it loves chair. I'm gonna send it a screenshot of just this.
Is the chair thing making fun of like the streamers and reaction people that will be like, oh, I'm going to leave the video playing while I go walk away for half an hour to get food and go to the bathroom? Like, you could just pause it. Like, if you're a reaction streamer especially, you should absolutely pause the fucking video and just be like, chat, go play this game or something, or switch over temporarily to something else and be like, hey, I'll be back in half an hour and you guys can come back in half an hour. So just like put an intermission in there with an actual like intermission screen. And that's what you should do. Because reaction content especially should never have an empty chair where you're gone for half an hour and people are allowed to watch the video. I don't care if it's live either. If it is live, then have people watch it and be like, you can come back and be like, you pause it, put it on a different screen, be like, go watch it on the original right now or whatever. That's the other thing. You probably shouldn't watch anything live as a reaction streamer either. The exception might be like live news, right? Live news would make more sense for something like that. But in sports would be risky too, right? Because of how sports works. But live, like for instance, if you're watching this is the whole reason like H3 or those streamers are having issues with Ethan Klein, right? Because they were watching his live drop of another video, and that's actually like that's a whole different level of reaction content, in the fact that you're literally telling your viewers to not give them the view, which is the one dumb thing you should never do as any sort of reaction type channel. If anything, every reaction channel should always tell everyone that the original is more important than theirs. And it is. You're only here to see my dumbass reaction to a video you should have seen already at least twice or 100 times or whatever. So that's the whole point of reaction content. You want to see how other people react to something you've already seen. And if you're there for the original and you just want to bypass the original, then you shouldn't even be here. And that's true for all content, all reaction content specifically. I got off on a thing.
Will it talk about the chair? All right, chat.
That's my current like garbage chair right now. Actually, that one might be even better than my current one.
I have to go to the bathroom. You know what? Let's really role play this.
Chair.
Chair is chariot so hard right now.
He didn't even go to the bathroom.
Incredible play from the chair here. This is gonna go down in the history book.
Yeah, that's like totally making fun of that shit. Now, in DougDoug's case, you know, he can totally do this stuff because he's like playing a game or something like that, right? That's a totally different concept than like what a lot of people bash people who leave in the middle of a stream for. So it's 50-50. If you're like a streamer who's streaming a game or something, yeah, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want. If you're like a reactor streamer though, you have extra rules you got to follow. Otherwise, you're just a piece of shit.
What a thrilling match. Looks like all the teams are tied, so it could be anyone's game.
That last guy was like watching the wrong stream, but honestly, that was really good. Finally, we're going to see how it responds to gambling. It is a time-honored tradition in this community to gamble on pointless things. So,
can you gamble on Twitch without getting in trouble? I thought that was the whole reason people switched over to Kick was because they allowed gambling, whereas Twitch doesn't. But maybe it's different types of gambling. So, for instance, gambling for random nonsense is allowed, but gambling like on a casino app is not.
we will ask it what it thinks about gambling. I'm going to make a prediction, and it's just going to be coin flip. Hi, Twitch chat. Today we're going to be doing some gambling. As you can see here on the screen, I'm going to flip this coin, and you can use channel points to bet on whether you think that it will be heads and you are a believer, or that you think it will be tails because you are a doubter.
It's going to be tails. You know, it's going to land on the fucking center. That should be an actual third outcome. Make the third outcome like 0.001%, and it lands on that shit like What was a good one where they did a coin flip where it landed like in between the two? I want to say No Game No Life did one.
Please let me know what you're going to be betting on. The prediction is now live. You guys can vote. Whichever one it votes for more,
believers always win.
If that one wins,
but you're
10
using
gifted
a
subs.
apprentice.
One
Olive.
for heads.
I'm going all in.
On what?
I'm going all in DougDoug.
On what?
Why is this guy acting like he isn't terrible?
This isn't
at
a 2D
2 days
platformer.
platformers.
That's good enough. That's exactly like a coin flip anyway.
We've
Pick a
all
coin.
seen it. Believers never win ever.
So is that a doubt?
This is rigged. There's 100 bits on
That's definitely a doubt. It's tails.
heads already.
He's calling it rigged. Nobody. Okay, one guy said that he's believing on head. If it's heads, you will get
tails.
10 gifted subs. Here we go. And the winning gamble is... God damn it. You guys were correct. The believers win. That means, ladies and gentlemen, in the individual categories...
Damn, I would have failed.
The Twitch AI has succeeded in every category except for coding, which makes sense because you guys give dog shit advice whenever I code. But that does mean we now must make the final decision. Clearly, in individual categories, you guys feel like this Twitch chat AI does a good job. Ultimately, though, we must make a decision.
And they're adding this?
What really matters here,
Yeah, you should release this one into the wild because it's not that bad.
You, as my Twitch chat, feel that this AI is qualified to be released into the wild? Really think about what this means.
It should get into an argument with Neuro or Grok or both of them together.
It could take over your job.
On
your
Twitter.
hard work as a Twitch chatter could be at stake here. Maybe you work with it. Maybe it'll make you more powerful. Maybe you make it more powerful.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Put it into Twitch chat as something like I don't know if you can program an AI to like be in a response in Twitch chat. You probably could, but maybe not. I don't know enough about Twitch chat's
Are you ready?
API.
Is society ready for this, chat? Vote now.
In the future, can you do a stream where the AI is just constantly generating messages and put it on the screen like you did YouTube chat, so we can talk trash mainly?
Yeah, I mean that'd be perfect, right?
Funny you say that. Ladies and gentlemen, the experts on Twitch chat themselves, with a 3-to-1 margin, have voted to release the Twitch AI into the wild. So
I'm surprised Awin would have voted to delete the thing forever.
Did make one more coding thing. I have a script called Twitch AI Chatbot. I even made a new channel called DougDoug Twitch Chat. He's currently in the channel right now.
Wow, he's got 1,800 followers. That's fantastic.
If I run this code, he will now listen to all of the messages that are being written into chat right now for 10 seconds.
Oh,
then
no.
he's going to generate a response and automatically post it into the channel. Oh, here we go. What did he say? Oh. Poggies, I'm real. Wow.
That actually is probably like the best thing it could have said.
Congratulations, DougDoug Twitch Chat. You are now a permanent member of the Twitch Chat community and will actually respond to everything you guys say. Oh, God. The most recent thing it said was, ah.
That's perfect. I wonder if that's still active on the account. Probably.
Oh, shit. Can we scare it? He's just saying aw repeatedly. You're scaring him. Chat, calm down. Don't scare our boy. If you keep yelling, he'll just build off of that.
The rooster screaming fucking, he's perfect.
He's perfect. Wait, hold on. What did he say? Blyye hype, Blyye police, Blyye police, Blyye hype. These aren't emotes. Well, I hope everybody enjoys the newest member of the DougDoug community.
I mean, it's not going to be anything worse than any other Twitch chat.
Oh, he said like every pride flag. Wow.
Interesting.
Fucking base, dude. Oh, but mostly gender fluid, apparently. Sorry to the other parts of the LGBT community. He has a favorite. Oh,
wow.
God. And then he said, is this how insurgency starts? Oh, God. He's trying to be gender fluid and do a terror.
So it's mixing it in between the fucking games where they took over different parts of the world.
The tech. Hey, but this happens to every child. At some point, you gotta let them out into the world and let them go out and cause an insurgency. Guys, we made a criminal. I relate with DougDoug, TBH. I've already committed crimes in Alabama, Tennessee, and Antarctica.
Okay, well, it's probably pretty easy to commit crimes in Alabama and Tennessee. Antarctica sounds harder. Just like fucking melting the ice caps.
The 25% of people who voted to not release him are fucking terrified right now.
Yeah.
Shut it down. No, it's out and it's alive. And
maybe make it like every 30 seconds. One of the comments, be gay, do crime. This is why I voted 1. I'm so scared.
No going back. Own your mistakes. You have to deal with the consequences. And I'm happy to say that the Twitch chat AI has gone on to live a long and prosperous life in the community, because I just leave him on in the offline chat and he just hangs out for hours and tells everybody that I'm bad at 2D platforming, or tells Twitch chat to spam messages, or pitches shitty ideas for streams, or...
That's fucking perfect. DougDoug is handing out drugs. Okay, imagine if this was trained on the more hateful version. Holy fuck.
Accuses me of selling drugs. A lot. He really, really thinks I sell drugs. Great job, Twitch chat. I hope you're proud of your son.
I am pretty proud of Twitch chat. Like when I first started watching... Oh no, okay. I kind of want to watch this one now. I do have the other one scheduled first, but this is I made an AI secretary to answer my actual emails. Will you promote Temu? It's probably from the same fucking person. DougDoug, I just shit my pants. Yeah, that would be perfect. I want to take this AI and put it on my fucking promo one. That'd be awesome. I bought a real time machine. How the fuck does that work? Is this Brandon Rogers video 2.0? God damn it. Taking a citizenship test to prove I'm not French. Yeah, a lot of people failed the citizenship test in the US. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Have a good day, everyone.